Hi, Alston Ridge. This is Mrs. Stafford. I'm a fifth grade teacher, so shout out to all my fifth grade students and my fifth grade team. But I miss seeing all the students. I miss seeing you guys when I'm walking in the hallway and to recess and to lunch and seeing everybody's face. So I was excited when Miss Oliver asked me to read a book to you tonight. So the book I'm going to read to you is called The Most Magnificent Thing. And I chose this book because it reminds me a little bit of what we're going through right now. And I'll talk more about that at the end. It'll make more sense. So let's get started. The Most Magnificent Thing by Ashley Spires. This is a regular girl and her best friend in the whole wide world. They do all kinds of things together. They race, they eat, they explore, they relax. She makes things. He unmakes things. One day, the girl has a wonderful idea. She is going to make the most magnificent thing. She knows just how it'll look. She knows just how it will work. All she has to do is make it, and she makes things all the time. Easy peasy. First, she hires an assistant. Next, they gather their supplies. They set up somewhere out of the way and get to work. The girl tinkers and hammers and measures, while her assistant pounces and growls and chews. When she is finished, she steps back to admire her work. She walks around one side. Her assistant examines the other side. It doesn't look right. Her assistant picks it up and gives it a shake. It doesn't feel right either. They are shocked to discover that the thing isn't magnificent or good. It isn't even sort of okay. It's all wrong. The girl tosses it aside and gives it another go. She smooths and wrenches and fiddles. Her assistant circles and tugs and wags. When she is finished, she stands up and takes a long look at it. Her assistant gives it a nudge with his paw. The thing is still wrong. She decides to try again. The girl saws and glues and adjusts. She stands and examines and stares. She twists and tweaks and fastens. She fixes and straightens and studies. She tries all different ways to make it better. She makes it square. She makes it round. She gives it legs. She adds an antenna. She makes it fuzzy. She makes it long, short, rough, smooth, big, small. One even smells of stinky cheese. But all of them are not magnificent. Her hard work attracts a few admirers, but they don't understand. They can't see the magnificent thing that she has in her mind. She gets mad. The angrier she gets, the faster she works. She smashes pieces into shapes. She jams parts together. She pummels the little bits in. Her hands feel too big to work, and her brain is too full of all the not right things. If only the thing would just work. crunch. The pain starts in her finger. It rushes up to her brain, and then she explodes. It is not her finest moment. I'm no good at this. I quit. Her assistant suggests a walk. It's not much help at first, but before long, she starts to feel different. Bit by bit, the mad gets pushed out of her head. As they stroll along, she comes across the first wrong thing she made. The bad feelings are about to start all over again. Then she notices something surprising. There are some parts of the wrong things that are really quite right. The bolt on one, the shape of another, the wheel to seat ratio of the next, they're all sorts of parts that she likes. By the time she reaches the end of the trail, she finally knows how to make the thing magnificent. She gets to work. She works carefully and slowly, tinkering, hammering, twisting, fiddling, gluing, painting. Her assistant makes sure there are no distractions. This is the perfect thing to ward off bears. This will stop that leak. This one's all wet. The afternoon fades into evening. Finally, she finishes. She alerts her assistant. The pair take a good long look. It leans a little to the left, and it's a bit heavier than expected. The color could use a bit of work, but it's just what she wanted. They climb aboard and take it for a spin. They are not disappointed. It really is the most magnificent thing. So I picked this book because we're all going through what seems like something that's not right. Okay, things may not be working. Maybe you're trying to get Google Classroom or Seesaw to work. Maybe there are websites that aren't working right. And there's a lot of perseverance that we have to do, and we have to find the right in everything we're doing, even though it's so new and we're learning together, and even sometimes making mistakes. Like she made this whole long row of what she thought was mistakes, but it actually ended up helping other people. They found what they needed. So we can all help each other during this time. We can still stay connected and we can still learn, even though all of us, even your teachers, are going to be making mistakes because we're all learning something new together. And it's still a magnificent thing that we're learning together. Have a good night, Gators. Bye.